I'm mistaken, but you walked at senior day, right?
I did.
So were you really battling the decision on what you were going to do at that point?
Yeah, there was definitely a decision. It wasn't a different school decision. It was maybe go take that next step or come back. So I just wanted to leave all my options open. And if I were to, decide to take that next step, I wanted to, say, yeah, I walked at senior day. So just, wanted to give myself the most options.
What was that process there, and then what ultimately convinced you to come back?
Yeah, I mean, all the exit meetings with Coach Hansen at the time, Coach Riley, and there's a lot. They had a lot to offer, and I definitely felt like I had a bunch of unfinished business here, and it didn't feel right leaving last year out on that note. So, wanted to come back, make my last one my best one.
What does Coach Savage bring to the room that's different from the way Coach Hansen was?
Yeah, Coach Savage has been awesome. He's had a lot of success at his other schools with his other players. So, he brings a lot to the receiving game, which I think is great for my game. I learned a lot from Coach Hansen in the blocking game. So, tight end's dream, learn from an O-line coach, learn from a receiver coach, right? So, he's been awesome. He's helped me a lot in the receiving game, like I just said, and he's still great helping me with blocking techniques as well. But I learned from Coach Hansen for 3 years, so it's not nice to learn from someone else. I feel like Coach Hansen taught me everything he could, so it was a great hire, and I'm excited to go in the season with him.
What is your unfinished business?
Winning something. I have 2 bowl game rings, but I want something that means a little more. So that's not only what I want, it's what our whole team wants. So that's what we have on our mind right now in spring, but we got to take it one day at a time.
Lake is the older spokesman of this tight end group.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, what have you seen kind of from the younger guys who've come in? And second of all, have they been pushing you and kind of giving you a hard time, or have they been great to work with?
Great to work with. Right when they come in, and college is a culture shock. They got to figure it out a little bit. But I've been in their shoes before. I know how that goes. So I know there's a little speed bumps to that sometimes. So I was pretty understanding with that. But they were great, man. I mean, Nella's a super hard worker. The guys that are coming back for their second and third years of college are great. So they've been doing great stuff on the field. Great guys on and off the field.
Do you anticipate your room being a bigger part of the passing game?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that was one of the things that me and Coach Riley talked about after the season, and something that was important to both of us that we wanted to display a little bit more. So.
How versatile is this group?
Very versatile. I feel like someone adds a little bit of everything. We have a little bit of everything in that room. You got dudes like Walter who, he sent me a picture. He was 280 pounds on the scale today. So, and then you got dudes like Tabo who are quick, finesse, and can do a lot of stuff. So, a lot of different stuff in that room. It's cool to see those guys, what they can do in practice, and it'll be cool to see how that translates in the season.
You're one of the longest tenured guys on the team now. One of the few guys left. You played for the old coaching staff.
Mm-hmm.
Has that been like kind of stepping? Have you stepped up as more of a leader? So, what's it been like? Kind of like you're one of the longest tenured guys.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. I think I'm one of like 2 or 3 guys that was recruited by Helton. Even though I don't feel old. But I am old, so it's been good. It's something that I've had to work on is being more of a vocal leader. I tend to lead by example a lot, so that was something that Coach Riley and Coach Hansen and Coach Savage are getting me to work on. I feel like I've stepped more into a vocal leader role, this spring and this off season, but it's good for me.
What does it take for the younger guys to take on that leadership role, maybe to be a little bit more vocal? How does that come out?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I mean, I used to be, a guy that was kind of on the edge of, being a leader vocally or just, not saying anything. So you're just being confident, just trusting in the work that you put in and knowing that if you, have to get on somebody, they're going to respect it because you do the right things all the time. And so if you're a dude that leads by example, then the next step is being vocal leader, and I think that we have a lot of guys that are, taking that step this spring.
Putting you on the spot a little bit, game-winning touchdown catch or making the block for your running back to score the game-winning touchdown?
Oh, it's tough not to say game-winning touchdown catch. Both would be awesome, but I'm going to have to go with the catch. Yeah.
Thank you, Larry.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yes, sir.